President Donald Trump faced a swift rebuke Friday after allegedly questioning why the United States accepts citizens from shithole countries with foreign governments. Democrats and even some Republicans denouncing the president's vulgar terminology. Trump denied on Friday that he made the comments, but in Congress and across the globe, his alleged comments reverberated. Story continued below. In the course of Trump's comments, he said things which were hate-filled, vile and racist. Democratic Sen. Dick Durbin said Friday morning, "I use those words advisedly. I understand how powerful they are. But I cannot believe that in the history of the White House, in that Oval Office, any president has spoken the words that I personally heard our president speak yesterday." Republican Sense. David Perdue and Tom Cotton, however, said Friday they don't remember Trump using that exact wording. In regards to Senator Durbin's accusation, we do not recall the president saying these comments specifically, but what he did call out was the imbalance in our current immigration system, which does not protect American workers and our national interest, the pair said in a joint statement. Some of Trump's typically most vocal defenders have so far been silent. The White House did not respond to a request for clarification on Trump's apparent denial of using the language. Vice President Mike Pence has not responded to the remarks, and his office did not respond to repeated requests for comment on Friday. Several Republicans have also denounced Trump's statement, including Reps. Mia Love, Ileana Ros-Lehtinen and Eric Paulson. House Speaker Paul Ryan called the comments unfortunate and unhelpful. The words used by the president, as related to me directly following the meeting by those in attendance, were not tough, they were abhorrent and repulsive. Republican Sen. Jeff Flake also wrote, "The president's comments obviously were completely inappropriate." Sen. Susan Collins Armain said, "He should not be denigrating the citizens of other countries, and it also does not help us come up with a bipartisan approach to immigration for him to make comments like that, so I think it was highly unfortunate and really out of bounds." Sen. Orrin Hatch, meanwhile, said he is looking forward to a more detailed explanation regarding the president's comments. On Thursday, Republican Gov. Rick Scott of Florida criticized Trump's comments in a statement, saying that if it's true, it's absolutely wrong to say I think this. By signing up you agree to receive email newsletters or alerts from Politico. You can unsubscribe at any time. I do not think this way, nor do I agree with this kind of sentiment. I represent Florida, and we are an amazing melting pot where over 250 languages are spoken, he wrote. I work every day to make this the most welcoming state for everyone, Haitians, Cubans, Venezuelans and others from all around the world that call Florida home. I'm incredibly proud of our diversity. Former Vice President Joe Biden commented, "It's not how a president should speak. It's not how a president should behave. Most of all, it's not what a president should believe. We're better than this." Foreign leaders also weighed in, with some calling the president's words racist. The government of Botswana is wondering why President Trump must use this descriptor and derogatory word when talking about countries with whom the U.S. has had cordial and mutually beneficial bilateral relations for so many years. Botswana said. The Haitian government said in a statement that Trump's remarks reflect a racist view of the Haitian community, and that these insulting and reprehensible statements in no way reflect the virtues of wisdom, restraint and discernment that must be cultivated by any high political authority. My first reaction was surprise and disappointment that the President of the United States allegedly would actually make such comments about any group of people, let alone the community of Haitians. Paul Altador, Haiti's ambassador to the U.S., told MSNBC. From the historical reality of how many Africans arrived in the United States as slaves, this statement flies in the face of all accepted behavior and practice. African Union spokeswoman Eba Kalondo told the Associated Press. The hatred of Obama's roots now extends to an entire continent. MMUSI Main, the head of South Africa's opposition party, said. Lawmakers also took to Twitter and the airwaves to express their outrage at Trump's comments. Massachusetts Elizabeth Warren reflected on the massive 2010 earthquake in Haiti. I could call it real. Donald Trump's comments racist, vile and disgusting because that is what they are. But I also want to tell you about Joe Freddie Francois because immigrants from Haiti, Africa and everywhere else are an integral part of the American fabric, the Democratic senator tweeted. 8 years ago today, Joe Freddie Francois was a child in Haiti when the earthquake hit. 6 years later, he graduated as high school valedictorian. The character of this nation is not the character of its president. It is the character of its people. Sen. Kirsten Gillibrand of New York on Thursday called it a repulsive, unacceptable remark, far beneath the dignity of president. Our country is better than this, she added. Democratic Rep. Jim Clyburn of South Carolina has shared plans to try to censure Trump. I think that the president has really stepped into it here, Clyburn said. I think that the Congressional Black Caucus has solidified around some efforts that I think will take place next week, and one of which is to pursue a censure resolution. I'm hopeful that we will and get bipartisan support for it. By Friday afternoon, Rep. Cedric Richmond DLA, who is chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus, and Rep. Richard Nadler DNY, the House Judiciary Committee's ranking member, issued a joint statement regarding their plans to introduce a censure resolution next week. We are deeply disturbed and offended by President Trump's remarks regarding Haiti and African countries, they said. These remarks have compelled us to prepare a resolution of censure with our colleagues next week, to condemn President Trump for his racist statement, the two lawmakers added. This censure resolution is important because America is a beacon of hope. We have to show the world that this president does not represent the feelings of most of the American people, which is part of the reason why he lost the popular vote. Cristiano Lima and Matthew Nussbaum contributed to this story.